do so. Just be cognizant of the fact that appendix inner waistband is arguably the best and most efficient way to carry. Remember, I'm covering the meta for in real life self defense right now for new people, as stated earlier with pistol selection. Do whatever you please though. Also, to make this short and sweet, forget off-body carry like in a backpack or a purse. Also, forget ankle carry. These are just inefficient and incredibly slow to get to. Also, they can get snatched away from you much easier, well, off-body anyways. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, and that brings me on to my next point. Carry your pistol with one in the chamber. That means a bullet is in the barrel already, and you do not need to rack the slide before you shoot. People will do what they want and all that, but just be cognizant of the fact that in a self-defense scenario, pulling your pistol out and having to rack the slide when you also need to acquire positive identification of your target and sight picture, and also fire the gun, is just adding precious seconds when milliseconds matter. Carrying with one in the chamber allows you to employ your weapon quickly and shoot as fast as possible. No messing with racking the slide when your fine motor skills may be lacking due to the stress of a violent situation. People who argue you don't need to carry with one in the chamber are honestly just misguiding you due to their preconceived notions or bad training habits. It's as simple as that. Hate from the comments if you're someone who does this, just know that you're wrong and that this is bad practice and a training flaw. I will state that and not back down. Serious people who train and carry all carry with one in the chamber. Military and cops do it for a reason too, to even further solidify my point. Again though, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, then don't, but just be aware of the fact that you're just pretty much nerfing yourself. And yes, it may be nerve-wracking to have a loaded gun aimed at your nuts. When I first started carrying, this kind of made me nervous, but you will get over it though as you continue to do so, and you'll see it's no big deal, and the chances of you shooting your balls off are literally zero because you have a Kydex holster, as we stated earlier. It's going to prevent negligent discharges. Alright, moving on to the next section. Okay, so now I'll show you and I'll tell you what Jimmy Talks, daily carries. The reason I do this is to give you an idea or a rough framework if you need somewhere to start. First gun that I carry is a Glock 19 with a weapon mounted light, a Streamlight TLR1. It's a 1000 lumen light on there. It's bright as shit and it will illuminate my target very easily with a quick button switch. I carry it in a Kydex holster made by a company called Vordt. I am not affiliated with or sponsored by this company, by the way, as stated earlier. Let me make that clear. But anyways, I carry a bright ass light on there because basically half of 24 hours of, okay, maybe not half, but a lot of time in 24 hours, which is one day, is typically dark. I also work night shifts, so I am quite nocturnal. If you haven't noticed, I always post videos late at night or early in the mornings, usually right when I get off of work. Anyways, violent crime is most likely to happen at night, and with my propensity of being outside or awake more at nighttime, this just makes more sense. If you shoot someone, you are legally responsible for every single bullet that comes out of that gun and where it impacts, regardless of the time of the day though, so I want my target to be nice and bright so I can hit every single shot and avoid an innocent person as a casualty or property destruction. Secondly, there is a concept called PID, which stands for positive identification. This means exactly what it sounds like, being able to identify what exactly you're shooting at. Imagine this scenario. You hear a bump in the night and there is someone in your living room. You go out with your gun and just shoot at the